So
Unless it's a crock,
That's
I
the
guess.
dirtiest thing I've ever heard. Like, it's nasty.
Bridget, shut the fuck up. All right, let me get to our next guest. He's a travel guide. Please welcome Steve Spinx.
Hello, Scott. It's wonderful to be here in
Hey,
beautiful
Steve.
Los Angeles, California.
Yes, welcome to Los Angeles. Are you not from here?
I'm not from here. I'm from Bellingham, Washington.
Oh, Bellingham,
beautiful
Washington.
place up in the Pacific Northwest.
That's by Seattle, is it not?
It is. It's closer to the Canadian border. A beautiful place to visit.
Home of the University of Washington, I believe.
False. Home of Western Washington University.
That's exactly what I meant. WWU.
This, by the way, this man who errantly said what school it was, this is John Hamm.
Hello, John Hamm.
How do you
Wonderful
do?
to see you in beautiful Los Angeles, California.
And we established you are not from here.
No, I'm from Bellingham, Washington. I'm visiting. Yes.
Home of Western Washington
That's
University. I believe.
correct. Yes, correct.
And this is Bridget Jones.
Hello, Bridget Jones. It's wonderful to see you.
Lily,
in
what's
beautiful Los
up?
Angeles, California.
Awesome to meet you. Excited to go exploring Los Angeles with you.
Yes, we'll have to get together and see the sights and sounds.
Maybe
of
we
Los
could go
Angeles.
to like a Subway or like something cool.
Sure, a wonderful local eatery like Subway sandwiches. I can't wait to explore.
So you're a travel guide. What does that mean, especially in today's economy?
Well,
what does
I've
that
written several guidebooks on
so
different
you're an
places
author.
to see, and I have a popular video series guiding people through many popular travel destinations. You see, I have a simple life philosophy that travel has really changed my life, and I believe in two things. One, I believe that every person should have their mind expanded by traveling abroad, and two, I believe murder should be legal. So if I can give you some tips about
Well,
where to visit.
I would like to maybe revisit two.
What's going on?
Yeah, hold
That
it, because
seems
you
like-
said two things, and one
sounds great.
Sounds great to me.
One, I think, is
And
what
the
I'd
other
love
was
to
about
focus on.
travel.
Right. Good. So you understand. Very few people understand.
But what is this? What you say? Murder should
Should
be legal.
Now, is this something that your travels have led you to believe?
Well, this is very separate from my travel work. This is just something I work on passionately in my spare time. But it's funny you say I was inspired to have this viewpoint on the very first international trip I ever took to the beautiful Amalfi Coast. There I was on the beach in Positano, a young boy looking at crabs and other sea creatures and tearing them limb from limb. And I looked out in the water and I saw two beautiful men in a rowboat, and one of them killed the other one as I watched. And I thought, my God, the magic of travel. Here is a man living life. And then as he rowed back to shore, I said, I'll keep his secret and I'll become a travel writer.
Isn't this the plot to tell
Talented Mr. Ripley, I believe. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not familiar. I haven't seen
okay.
it. No.
That's because it seems awfully.
It seems a lot like
awfully
it.
similar.
Two beautiful men, though.
All I know is I saw two gorgeous hunks fighting in a rowboat, and it inspired my point of view.
Are you attracted to men? Is that?
I actually have no sexual feelings toward anyone whatsoever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I consider myself a member of the asexual community.
Oh, okay, wonderful. But you on a just purely
I'm attracted to anything that bleeds blood. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, like mad. That's awesome.
Bridget gets it. So anyway, I'd love to give you some travel tips as we move into the fall.
I'd love to. It sounds
I
like
guess
it's going to
so.
be illuminating.
Well, it's obviously you guys have explored Italy, and I'd be remiss if I didn't recommend the Eternal City, Rome herself. A beautiful place to visit to soak up the sights and sounds of culture of the ancient Roman world. I mean, the entire city is built on the bones of the dead. You could practically hear their wails as you wander their cobblestone streets.
yeah.
Right. I mean, there's an awful lot to recommend. I have been to Rome. It's beautiful. The
please.
Eternal City, they call it. Because
That's right.
It's
All roads lead there.
All roads
course.
lead
That's
there.
right.
There's 7 hills. There's some wonderful food and beautiful things to see in the art world. The Vatican is there.
Of course.
Vatican is
So
beautiful.
maybe like any of those. Have you been to see any of the sites?
Why are
of
you
Rome?
concentrating on the
feels
the
a
bones
little,
of the dead?
Yeah, it feels.
I don't know that I was concentrating on it. I mean, it's never far from my thoughts, but I try to push those away so I can soak up the culture and the beautiful Campo di Fiori at their outdoor market.
Yeah, when you say the bones of the dead, who are you talking about? You just people who have died there?
I'm talking about a couple people that I know who have died there for sure.
A couple people you know.
Specific people.
Yes.
Who are we talking about here? Like
My cameraman. A couple of my cameramen have
Couple of
died.
your cameramen
A couple of my
died in
cameramen
Rome?
have passed away.
What happened?
Through murder.
Through murder.
Through murder.
And did you any leads on the suspect?
Well, I
of
didn't
who
need to
might have-
investigate. I murdered.
Oh,
So
I murdered.
you murdered.
I murdered.
Now, was
You
there a reason?
There doesn't need to be a reason for people to commit murder,
All right,
John.
I feel like I'm getting your sense of why you feel murder should be legal.
Well, look, there's no sense in controlling and regulating any of humanity's simple vices. I'm talking, of course, about sex, drugs, and murder. The three things that all human beings want at all
I
times.
don't know.
Hell yeah, like I totally agree. Like get mad pegged and like eat your stinky stompers and like, you know, live your life, like murder somebody. Like hell
I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, I feel like all those three things are very highly regulated and
Yeah.
with good reason.
Well,
That's right.
I'd like to live in a world where none of them are regulated.
So, what about manslaughter? Should that be regulated?
Manslaughter, please, God, keep the manslaughterers at bay. I have no patience for the manslaughters, people driving their cars recklessly or throwing people off
Because these
boats.
these are accidents.
Those are simply accidents.
Those are simply accidents.
and
That
people
needs
should be more careful.
They should be, prosecuted with the full
Full
extent of the law.
extent.
Yeah, of course.
exactly. Yes.
But murder is just a simple human urge. Is that what you're
I
trying
think
to
it's a
say?
simple human urge, and I think everyone should get at least one. I've had a few, but everyone should get one. You know?
When you say at least one, though, are you saying after the first you should be prosecuted, or
No.
Well, a beautiful singing voice.
Oh, thank
Mad
you.
good.
Yeah, sorry, I'm warming up my pipes.
no? Do you sing like maybe Jeremy Piven? Would you mind?
Sing
Jeremy-
Jeremy Piven like that?
Yeah.
I could sing like that. Yes,
Okay,
of
yeah,
course.
great.
But it would be nothing compared to the beautiful songs you might hear wandering the streets of Rome.
yes.
Well, of course, and Bridget's here. Bridget hails from one of the most incredible capitals of the world, London, England.
My village.
That's right. Your village.
Just
in
across the
London,
pond,
England.
as
Just
they say.
across the pond. A beautiful place for people to visit where you can see such wonderful sights as the great Trafalgar Square or Buckingham Palace. Or, of course, you could walk the very alleys that Jack the Ripper walked in as he tore prostitutes limb from limb in
Okay.
a practice that I consider to be quite fun. And
Now, interesting that no one's ever successfully identified or found the person known as Jack the Ripper. Do you have any insight on that?
Well, I think it speaks to a simpler time when people didn't want to look too hard at someone who was murdering other people, and maybe we could take a little lesson from those times and not investigate why cameramen keep going missing at different shoots throughout Europe and other regions abroad.
Did you murder some cameramen in England?
Yes, I
Is that-
did. Yes,
Okay.
Scott. I don't.
Yeah,
This
okay.
isn't. I want to focus on recommending a trip for you.
I'm
Okay,
really,
I don't
really
want
curious as to how you keep getting these cameramen to sign on to these
I don't think
very,
I would-
very dangerous jobs.
I wouldn't work for you after the first incident, I think.
Well, that's why I go to college students. I mean, it's a lot of USC film students.
Got it.
Yeah, get them young, you know what I'm talking about.
The NYU kids don't know no better. You know what I mean? So,
Sure.
you know. So I've had a couple of 16-year-olds. There were two 16-year-old camera people who were.
You love 16-year-olds.
32-year-old.
Yeah, so that makes one 32-year-old cameraman, and that's all you need to make a shoot, really.
yeah. Huh.
You know, and I think it's fine to, you know, if you have a personal connection with someone, like someone's in your employ, and
That's a personal connection.
Yeah, I think I consider that
Seems
to
more
be
of
a
a
Like,
business
I'm
connection.
Yeah.
mad close with my boss and all that.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
famously so. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like you have sex with them and stuff. So.
Well, I wasn't having sex with any. I want to be clear about that. Okay,
You're an
I was-
asexual murderer.
I'm an
Yeah.
asexual
You just
murderer.
So
killed
this
them.
murder is not motivated from a sexual contest.
No, God, no.
Although, do you feel
Lust to
powerful
kill.
and
Yes, I feel. Well, I feel akin to God in that moment when my eyes go jet black and my hands wrap around the tight neck of a 16-year-old cameraman.
Well,
Yes.
so you like a strangler? Like that's how you kill most of the time?
I don't discriminate against any way you want to kill. If it be it strangling or drowning someone in the River Thames, a beautiful river all throughout London, where you can see it from the eye of London if you ride that beautiful Ferris wheel.
Literally
London-
all the places you're mentioning, I'm like, I don't know that one. I don't know that
Interesting.
one.
You've never been
I'm
to those
learning like
places?
mad stuff right
Yeah.
now.
What about that
I'm
big
glad I'm
Ferris
here.
wheel?
I knew where the Queen was. That's about it.
Where was she?
She's in the palace in my village. sandwich.
I gotta say, Steve, it seems like you're way more interested in murder
than
people.
travel.
I feel like you guys have forced me to this conversation.
Oh no, you offered it up very quickly.
It was the second.
I
thing you
really,
said.
I'd love to roll back the tape because I don't know that is the case.
Well, I certainly don't want to anger you. But
Be careful.
I mean, we're not your cameraman.
not at all.
Well, look, I don't
Nor
want.
are we in your employ. Let's
Fair
just make
enough.
that very clear.
I don't want anyone to be afraid.
Although I guess, Scott, you probably are paying him to be here.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
it. So what a
That-
personal connection you and I have.
You don't
Oh
pay
no,
shit.
I'm not going to pay you.
Oh, okay.
It's a freebie.
Well, wonderful.
It's a freebie.
Of course, you're getting wonderful travel tips from me. Why would you?
I'm getting paid in travel tips.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, of course. No, look, I don't want to murder anyone necessarily. I believe murders should be rare, safe, and legal. That's all I feel about it, okay? It's just an option that people should have. If you want to murder, go for it.
So what are the parameters then? If you want it to be so rare, I mean, how many do you get a year?
You've got quite a few under your belt.
Well, I'm an experienced murderer. I like to regularly check in with my own bloodlust to make sure that it's at a reasonable level.
Where are we at right now?
Right now?
Yes.
High.
Hi.
Really?
Oh, awesome.
Right now it's
That's
high.
so freaking fun.
Yeah. Well,
Your eyes are like all black and shit.
I can feel the blackness entering my pupils.
Your hands are just tightening up.
Certainly, yes. I'm beginning to
Also very,
disassociate.
very sweaty.
Oh, that's never not the case. It's
Oh, okay. So we shouldn't
always
read
a bit of sweat
anything
going
into that.
on.
Okay.
Well,
Good to know.
I'm so excited about the possibility of travel. that
Worked
I
into a
can't-
lather.
Oh, yes. I like to lather my body in my own sweat. Yes, it's a way
Yeah.
to cool my temperature, which I find as my core temperature rises, I am closer to the act of murder itself, to becoming God and killing again.
I'm rethinking sitting on this side of the table. I sort
know,
of wish we
yeah.
were closer to the
Oh.
door.
Well, although I do like how far away he is. He
Yeah,
has
we
a
do have the
length
table
away,
between us.
because he's a little closer to Bridget at this
Like,
point.
I'm not like worried at all. I'm
No,
like,
you
really, like,
are representing very calm.
but yeah,
You're
I'm
like almost man spreading right now. Like you're so
I'm
calm.
spreading my legs like
Extremely
wide as
wide.
hell, like doing the splits, just sitting in this freaking seat.
Why are you so calm, Bridget? Do you have no fear of death?
I'm just like, if I'm gonna die, like go right ahead. Like
It's already preordained.
But the
God
pros-
has already
so
decided
like-
when we're going to die.
I'll go see the Queen. You know what I mean?
Prospect of death it seems to be making you a little horny.
Well, I'm like mad horny for death if I really think about it.
Really?
Maybe that's something you both have in common.
Well, that's, again, asexual. That's something that I believe you should be allowed to explore. If you're feeling horny about death, why not explore it?
Well, it's just cool watch like people's like life drain from behind their eyes.
I
you
couldn't
know.
agree
Bridget
more.
Jones.
Well, it's like when I come on this podcast, I watch people sitting here like they're like their eyes shutting down.
I noticed that as well, yes.
I never realized watching your first two movies that you were so into like murdering people. Like,
Right. Well, yeah.
I think maybe just watching them be murdered.
But
Maybe I don't know if she wants to get her hands dirty.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
I do know this would make a hell of a diary entry.
that's true.
oh god damn, like too bad I'm like doing the splits right now. I can't reach me pen. I'm literally thinking about like when I told you how 23 years ago they changed all the diaries and they made the movie all messed up with Nell Wiggers Vernay. Like actually there was murders. Like
There were murders
there
in
was
your original diaries?
Mad murder.
Really?
Mad murder.
That's a movie I would have liked to see, to get the sights and sounds of London, England, and also the sights and sound of blood pouring down Renee Zellweger's arms as she strangles Hugh Grant to death.
Well, Hug had a
Blood
problem
pours
with
out
it.
when you strangle someone?
if
you do it right, I guess.
If you do a strangulation motion and also bring your thumbs up into their eye sockets
Oh
to
my
puncture as deep as you possibly can.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Alarmingly specific.
Now, Scott, as a lover of hentai, perhaps you would be interested in going to
I don't love hentai.
Land of the Rising Sun.
Barely know
Japan.
what it is.
You could-
Oh, really?
You could plan a beautiful trip to the nation of Japan. You could start in Osaka by the sea and enjoy their delicious street food, move to Kyoto and see the old shrines on top of the hill, and then go to the bustling urban metropolis of Tokyo itself, where that is filled with so many people that who would notice if just one went missing?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
A
again-
cameraman? Is that what?
I was going to say.
It doesn't have to be a cameraman. It could be anyone. It could be
Like
a street vendor. It could be
Hentai artist?
It could be a hentai artist after they've given you what you wanted. It could be
Do
any.
they have street hentai artists? In
I don't know.
Yes, yes,
I bet they do. I bet Scott knows exactly where they're located. He's like gonna do his little caricature tour. Please join me with octopus legs. Oh, please. I want to know
Can you that would be something fun to see, a little hentai caricature.
Yeah, that's right. Hey,
Yeah.
so you're into hentai?
Yeah,
Okay.
draw me with a big
Sweet.
forehead and a tentacle penis.
Tweet at Scott Ackerman with the hentai pictures.
And tweet at Steve Spinx as well. I'd like to get my hands on some of them.
Oh yeah, what is your handle?
Huh?
Our first of the show. We did it.
It's at Steve Loves Travel /Murder is Fine.
Okay, and the slash is written out. Is that,
Yes, yes.
And then there's a knife emoji.